Right, okay, now, this lesson is going to take it one step further in regards to law and order in the years 1862 to 1876. Now, we've already looked at this lesson, but in the Unit 1. Now, with Unit 1, it was all about the mining towns. It was about how they, as a California gold rush, brought lawlessness to America. Now, what we need to understand with the development of America is what happened as America expanded. What happened because of the Civil War? What happened because of the railroad? How did this affect lawlessness? And then we're going to look at, again, the main solutions to lawlessness and how, again, that was dealt with in this time period. So, again, this is the second unit. Obviously, for Unit 3, we're going to look at this as well. But for Unit 2, Law and Order, there's definitely more lawlessness due to the fact that America was expanding in this time period. If you have a look here, this is a perfect example of a type of lawlessness, train robberies, which we will look at shortly. So first of all, the cause of lawlessness. Now, I'm just going to go through some of these and annotate them as we go. We need to understand what actually caused lawlessness in America. So we'll look at some of the basic ones to start off with. So weapons. We're going to develop this a bit more later, but with weapons, cowboys carrying guns. Now, this was a form of protection, and as it says there, protection against Indians. You also had, a range of individuals that thought it was their duty to carry guns because of this factor here, the Code of the West. Now, the Code of the West, if we're going to try and simplify it as much as possible, is this concept of revenge. Getting revenge yourself, not relying on anyone else. It was you dealing with your own problems and making sure that based on the Code of the West, it was this primitive code of honor, and this code of honor which meant you dealt with it and nobody else should get involved. Hence why you would have seen possibly in some, Western films, shootouts between two cowboys. They didn't need to have anyone else to help them deal with any problems. They dealt with it themselves, okay? Other causes of lawlessness, this one here, geographical factors, is quite self-explanatory, okay? America was expanding, okay, massively. Don't forget, in 1835, it was just really the East that had any prosperity. By the 1840s, you'd had new states like Texas, Oregon, and as America expanded, they found it harder and harder to police the issues that they faced. And remember, especially in the years 1835 to 62, horses were the main form of transport. So to be able to get to a criminal quickly was very, very unlikely. Now, other things we need to consider are the political factors, which are quite important on the whole.